We like to throw Friday nights at the Chief and see just who can ship off out of a week of controversial sport around the globe. Chief, I think we've got a nice intro before we get to you. Here we go.
Ship the hell off.
Ship off.
Ship off. Ship off. Find a little boat and ship the hell off.
All right, Chieftain.
Right, Jim, I was watching a bit of cricket during the week.
Yes.
The West Indies Test cricket team.
Yep.
Now, I know there's a few issues over in the West Indies, and they're at odds with the players over pay, and there's a few players that now don't play, or they won't pick a few players.
Yep.
All sorts of things going on. If you remember back the 70s and 80s, the West Indies was sensational to watch. They had the swagger, they had the arrogance, and they had the performance. Right now, we've got a West Indies cricket team that has the swagger and the arrogance,
Yes.
but zero performance, Jim. In that second test against Australia, they were confronted with 392 runs as a chase in the fourth innings. What about the way they dug in? It was magnificent, Jim.
It was.
They fought and they scratched and they battled for 114.
That's it.
The biggest pack of untalented squibs I can remember seeing for a long, long time. They are now officially a Test cricket minnow, and they need to just get themselves back on track by playing Bangladesh, Zimbabwe, maybe even Canada and Kenya and a few of those teams. They need to go back to the minnows because their Test cricket is a fiasco. And so they can ship off.
Right.
And just a quick little drive-by. Our good mate, and I love him. I've worked with him over at the Olympics. He's one of the best blokes you've ever run to, Brendan Julian. But when you're introducing the Sir Wank Forrell trophy,
that's it.
maybe get the Sir Frank Worrell out
in the right way.
So feed your little ship to you. We saw a record crowd for State of Origin football here at the MCG during the week. 91 and a bit thousand. It was and what a cracking game! Absolutely brilliant game. Now we saw 2 disallowed tries.
What about them?
One to New South Wales, which was a little dodgy. It was a line ball forward pass, but I don't mind that decision because it was against New South Wales.
Yes.
But the video ref that decided to take a try off GI.
Yes. 90-metre
chap.
chap.
Yeah. And this is, again, where the on-field referee said, I have a try, but could you check for any incidentals? And he somehow found a hand that actually touched the footy from Queensland that may have knocked it forward that nobody else could see.
No.
The video didn't show it. None of the commentators could see it, but this bloke could.
Nappy, was it Nappy?
No, he needs to, what this bloke needs to do is perhaps he needs to brush up his refereeing, perhaps up in the backwaters of Papua New Guinea or somewhere like that. Just find a remedial league, Jim, where he can maybe...
Oh, no.
I mean, are the NRL that desperate to have a live series going into Game 3? Because that was disgraceful, that decision, and he needs to ship off. I don't even know his name, so you, no-name flog, you can ship off.
Ship off.
Did you watch the NBA finals?
Yes.
Absolutely magnificent.
Yep.
The Warriors getting home, and it was great because a fifth Aussie was always going to get a championship ring.
Bogey.
And it ended up being Andrew Bogut.
Yep.
Now, the scenes of celebration afterwards were absolutely magnificent. I have a feeling that the Warriors went through about $25,000 or $30,000 worth of French champagne that they tipped on their heads and on the floor.
Yes.
Which is a little bit excessive. But someone needs to get to our boy Andrew, Big Bogey, and say, mate, you don't tip bottles on your own head. You shake them up and you hose other people. Jim, he was tipping it on his own head.
I saw it, Chief.
For a little bit of post-victory toolery, you can ship off. Now, I've only got one more.
Tooleries.
And it pains me, this one. It does, because we're talking about a repeat offender. A recidivist.
Get into him, Chief.
A recidivist. Gary, we've had this discussion time and time again. And I had something brought to me during the week, and I thought I would hold it until tonight.
Good.
The green stuff's for the players.
It is.
Chief, you're not going there again.
The green stuff is for the players and,
Chief,
at times, coaching staff and medical staff when needed.
Chief.
Right.
Jim, I don't like the sound of this.
No.
The players,
Chief.
that's where the players play.
Have you got photographic?
Let's produce
You're
the
better than
photo.
that, Chief.
Showing a photo.
no.
Just showing a photo.
On the ground.
What
If
is
you-
it?
if you
By
watch
Wayne
it
Ludby.
closely.
Is that not on the ground?
Wayne Ludby at the Herald
What's
Sun.
it
Not on
say,
the
Chief?
ground.
Right. It says North Melbourne President James Brayshaw behind the goals at training
Behind the goals.
today. However, in front of the net,
Oh.
in front of the fence, on the goal line,
When?
and holding a footy
When was this?
at training during the week. So,
Jim.
well, the point
You
I want to
were-
make is the players play out on the ground.
Wasn't on the ground.
Administrators administrate, Jim.
Chief.
You don't
there
administrate
for
out
inspiration.
on the ground. Shut up, it's my ship off. I'll tell you right now, Jim, you need to stop making it about you. You need to get out of the way, What on earth you're holding a football for is beyond
I need
me.
to make it more
You're
about me.
embarrassing every administrator out there.
Jim.
You're embarrassing your club.
Give me
You're
a go
probably
photo,
embarrassing the North players because I'm pretty sure they wouldn't like it.
Jim.
You need to piss off
Jim.
because this is just
Jim.
completely unwarranted and completely
Chief,
absolute
Jim. You
tool
look-
activity.
You look like a flop.
Chief, I was off the ground.
Jim, you're on the
and
ground.
speaking
Thank
to
you.
a legend of the club
I
by the
have-
name of Mick Kennedy.
I haven't.
And
you
that's
see
all
Mick
I was
Kennedy in
doing.
the
He's
photo,
behind
Gaz?
Drewy.
All I see is Drewy in the goal square and Jim with a ball
Jim,
2
you're-
metres from it.
Jim, you're in an ill-fitting
I
pair
think
of
I've
jeans.
got to make it more about
An
me.
ill-fitting pair
Honestly,
of
that's
jeans,
what I
and
think.
you're on the
What
ground.
you can do now is you can go to Twitter and you can
Jim.
have a look at the photo and be your own judge.
You know-
I'd-
Gary,
Jim,
Gaz,
Well, I support you,
Gaz,
Jim.
I'd like the pack to give us a little bit of feedback on the photo.
At
Because
Triple M
let's
Footy.
be brutally honest, this shit can't happen anymore. If there is one more instance of this, you've done it before, you need to be summarily dismissed from the game.
think,
Banned from any activity in the AFL. Brayshaw, ship off!
I think at 5 and what are we 5 and 6? I need to make it more about me, Gary. That's what I think.
Jimmy,
I
What
might
is
just
no
be the
excuse for that
catalyst.
photo?
What,
Yeah.
what about the look in your eyes, Jim? You can actually see the photograph being taken, and you're not.
No,
all that
I
happy.
had no
Well,
idea
you're
there was a
looking right
photo.
down the barrel.
I'm talking to Mick Kennedy. He's a legend of the club.
Talk to him on the hill.
Yeah. Why is he in front of the net?
Drew's trying to kick goals.
Nothing. Drew, he's miles away.
Drew can't even get a footy because you've got one tucked down your arm going, look at me, I've got a footy in me.
I think we need the pack to buy into this one.
Get onto it, Pack, and give some advice
You've
to
gone
Jim.
there again, Chief. We've had this discussion.
Obviously not correctly, Jim, because you're still doing it.
Chief, I do what I like. I've told you that.
Not in here, you don't.
We're not in here.
Not in this Triple M setup,
We're
you know.
not in
And
here.
not on the oval,
That
you don't
is-
do what you want
It's
either.
one of your rules, Jim. It's one of your big rules.
Gary, I'm not on the
You're-
ground.
you're
if you
on
watch
the
my
ground.
You're
feet.
on the green, Jim.
You're on the green with a footy.
I tell you right now, you need to stop it, Eddie. All right?
Oh!
Just pull up right now.
That is, you having a go at the great man.
No, what did I say?
I think you had a go at the great man.
I said,
and
no,
now
Jim, stay off the
you
grass.
are-
I think
Jim,
you did,
You've
Chief.
wandered
Stay off
into
the
some
grass.
very dangerous
Jim.
territory now.
Chief, did you
I
bring Eddie into
I won't
this?
have one of my
You did,
brethren
Chief.
Sure,
spoken about like that.
You brought Eddie.
Well, that was an accident, guys.
Oh!
You need
You
to stop
disingenuous
right now.
man. You have brought him into this, and
I
that
did
is
not.
unfair
I did not.
on one of the great
I
presidents of
did
the
not.
comp.
You need to
Take
pull
that
up.
back.
Pull up, Eddie.
Oh!
Again.
Stop doing it, Jim.
What I'm hearing. Oh, he'll be savage on you, and so he should, after the amazing work he and I have done with you.
What's the award that Spud has for the whoever gets
Golden
ahead of
Trumpet.
the Golden Trumpet.
I'm in the Hall of Fame, Chief.
Yeah, I might have the tool of the year, and right now you're leading. Jim.
Jim.
So at the end of the year, the biggest tool.
You're getting hammered, Jim.
Adam Simpson
And
to join us
rightfully
next.
so.
Getting
Gary,
hammered.
I do what I like. You know that.
No, you don't.
Adam
No, you
Simpson
do
next.
not.
What
Not
I
round here.
like.